Hello there, Happy New Year! Finishing 2025 favourite season with my top hair, lip and scent picks. There's been a bit of a rebrand for this episode. It's not my hair and body favourites this time, but hair and fragrance favourites instead. A little later than my makeup and skincare episodes, but I still wanted to conclude the series with this chapter. Following the format of last year's video, I'm just picking the top 10 products I'd love to talk to you about. I'll leave my previous everything shower and past hair and body favourites lists below because a lot of my core hair and body products do remain the same. If you'd like a deep dive on hair in particular one day, let me know. But I think it's fun to treat this as a more concise edit and hone in on some standout scents, lip balms and hair products from the past year. Beginning with a hair tool that brought me joy every time I whipped it out of my bag, a comb from Officine Universelle Bully in Paris. And if that doesn't sound fancy enough, it's even personalised. I picked this out on a visit to one of the Bully boutiques in Paris early last year. Still owe you a Matilda on tour episode taking you inside the store if you're up for it. This is the famous French apothecary-like brand behind my new favourite perfume coming up later in the video, but it's also known for long queues of tourists waiting to personalise their products in Paris, and as a daily comb user, I couldn't resist a souvenir that is just as useful and effective as it is aesthetically pleasing. Speaking of effective, my top hairstyling formula was JVN's Complete Air Dry Cream. I've seen a lot of people raving about this recently, but you'll find it as far back as my 2023 favourites list, and I still love it, repurchase it, won't travel without it. After washing my hair and sweeping it up into a hair towel for about 10 minutes, while it's still damp, I comb it out and take a generous blob of this gel cream and run it through with my fingers, concentrating on the ends initially, but also working it through the lengths quickly but evenly. The result is a smoother, sleek blow dry and, as the name suggests, a far less frizzy, bouncy air dry too. Eagle-eyed Eras Tour documentary viewers might have spotted this bottle on the edge of Taylor Swift's bathtub. I should say thank you to Taylor for reminding me how much I enjoy this Christophe Robin Delicate Volumizing Shampoo with rose extracts. I've been using up an old bottle, but it has sleek new packaging with hints of pink. The highlight for me is the fresh, light rose scent, as someone who loves everything rosy, but the benefits go far beyond the lovely smell from the rose oil and rose water in the formula. My hair sometimes looks a little flat these days, so I like that this adds subtle fullness and volume while giving you a gentle but deep clean and hair that feels soft and looks shiny and smooth and healthy. If I could only repurchase one conditioner for the rest of my life, this would be it. Technically a mask, but as I only wash my hair every 3 days or so, I usually use this as my conditioner, and you can tell by how empty it is. Christophe Robin's Regenerating Mask is incredibly rich and creamy, but never makes my hair feel weighed down or full of product or look greasy too quickly. I'm yet to use it as an actual mask out of the shower because I find quite a small amount just left in for a few minutes in the shower still makes my hair feel ridiculously silky and buttery, like surprisingly silky. Every time I rinse it out and run my fingers through it, there's an instant, noticeable, satisfying softness. Entering the lip balm arena with my number one heavy hitter, Lanolips Golden Dry Skin Salve, made with lanolin, manuka honey and vitamin E. Not sure how many times this gold tube has appeared here or how many tubes I've purchased over the years, but I swear by this ointment to help too far gone dry lips, cracked fingers, cuticles, burns even. I've recommended and given it to several people in my life to use on eczema as well, and they've had great results. I have one by my bed, in my bag, just bought another to keep next to my couch. Pretty rough past year of dry lips for me, so this is the first thing I reach for to help. The second heavy-duty helper in my rotation was Typology's lip mask, or their overnight repairing lip mask. This came in Typology's advent calendar last year, and it might have been one of the best gifts of the holiday season. This has a much lighter, cushiony, balmy gel texture, and it's made with ceramides and hyaluronic acid. Instantly feels smoothing, soothing and softening. I keep this on my desk to reapply during the day and maintain softness, or you can apply it overnight or as a mask in a thicker layer and wipe it off after 15 minutes. It feels intensely hydrating without feeling heavy. 2 lighter lip balm sticks rotated through my bag all year, and both are French pharmacy finds. The Dermaphil Original Lip Balm Stick was a new discovery for me in Paris last year after seeing Amelia Liana recommend it once. I always get sucked into the little lip balm bins on your way out of a pharmacy, so I've tried many different formulas over the years, but this one is definitely one of the best for me. On to my second stick. Wish I'd bought more because it's very emollient and smooth while still feeling nice and light, not sticky. A repeat French favourite is the Caudalie Vinotherapist Lip Conditioner. I've gone through many of these tubes over the years. I love how moisturising this feels for something so light. Both of these sticks actually achieve that, when usually I feel like pots or thicker balms like the first two are all that can help if your lips feel really dry, but this is incredibly helpful, as you can see, because it's almost gone. I somehow managed to shape it into a lipstick-like bullet, so it's been even easier to apply neatly and layer it under or over lip colour. Finishing with favourite scents. For the full extent of my tomato obsession, please head to my tomato leaf scent video, so it might not be surprising to hear my favourite perfume of the past year was Officine Universelle Bulli Eau Triple in Scandinavian Redcurrant and Peruvian Tomato. Another special souvenir I brought home from Bulli in Paris, but their fragrances are also available at Mecca in Australia if you'd like to test them out in person, and a tour of Mecca's enormous new Melbourne store is still up my sleeve. Recently started my second bottle and can't see this leaving my daily routine anytime soon. It's light, fresh and green, not too heavy on the tomato leaf. It's also fruity and slightly sweet, just a perfect, refreshing, summery scent. While we're in the scent world, I have a slightly unusual selection for you, but a product I loved every time I spritzed it onto my bed. Olvearum's Restful Sleep Pillow Mist had been on my wish list for years, and I finally tracked it down in John Lewis in London because it was trickier to ship to Australia. Regulars will remember hearing about my favourite bath product of all time, Olvearum's Botanical Bath Oil with a stunning green scent. Think eucalyptus, lavender, verbena, lemon, lime, geranium and rosemary, and this piney, citrusy pillow mist from the same brand feels like the closest thing to their bath oil, so it's a perfect, calming, spa-like step before reading in bed. Farewell 2025 favourites, that's a wrap. I do have one last spin-off planned, recapping some top products and bestsellers from the past year, so stay tuned for that. Always love hearing which video you enjoyed most in this series. Was it makeup, skincare, maybe this one? Please share your hair, body, lip balm and fragrance favourites with me in the comments. I'll see you there. Looking forward to a big year of beauty ahead. Thank you for being here and thanks for watching. See you next time.